welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And on Instagram and Ravelry, you can find me as Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou.
And I'm cpredmor on Ravelry, and I'm usually posting as Knitting in Our Jeans on Instagram because that constant story is that I don't switch personalities very well on Instagram. I cut my bangs this week, and I can remember a time when my bangs actually lay flat across my face.
They're fluff.
They're
wispy.
I have a cloud. I have a cloud. But anyway, they're better than being a cloud down here. And then I used my hair rat.
Nice.
To make my bun. So yes, it's nice and neat. And that's what the hair rat is for. Because I have plenty of hair. If I wanted to sit there and roll it myself, I could. But this makes it relatively easy.
That's good.
Yes. And the other thing, the hair is so fluffy that this week I was able to put up in a French roll with 3 bobby pins.
She was very proud
I
of
was
herself.
very proud of myself.
I got a text message and I was like, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost rivaled when we went to my Christmas party together and I had my hair pulled back with 1 bobby pin somehow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how you did that.
I don't even recall how I did it. All I knew was that a coworker needed a bobby pin and I had 2. And I was like, I can make this work.
That's right.
I don't know how I did it.
I don't know how. And I probably couldn't do it again.
No.
But I did it at that moment. So at that point, I decided to go kind of Edwardian with my hair because cutting it obviously just really isn't an answer.
We are not. We are going to take Jonathan from the Fab Five from, oh my goodness, straight guy.
Yeah.
Queer Eye. From Queer Eye. Now it's just called Queer Eye.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
From Queer Eye has been all over the internet saying, do not cut your own hair during this time. So we are being good and we are following by Jonathan's lead.
Yes.
And not cutting our own hair except for her bangs, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know about this until now.
They were down to here.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, that was ridiculous. And bangs grow. The other reason why I didn't cut it is that it's white only down to about here. And I didn't want to give myself a really short haircut.
Good job.
Yes. I could see cutting my hair up to here because it's now down to here someplace. Mm-hmm. But at my shoulder, it'd still be a 2-tone Chevy, so there's no point. Meanwhile, Happy Easter.
Yes, I was going to say Happy Easter. Happy Passover. I did get a bunny.
Yes, Happy Passover.
Need to remember to take that home.
Yes. Dark chocolate.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. We have done a lot of cooking this weekend.
We did.
Well, we also, because in New York this week and next week are supposed to be the peak of what we're going through, and of the infection rate is supposed to be the highest during this time. So we kind of decided not to go out as much as possible or get new things as much as possible. Dad still went to the grocery store on Friday, but it was for a much smaller list than it would have been if we were doing a lot for, if we were not cooking out of the cabinet as much for Easter.
It's 3 people.
I guess so.
3 people.
So we tried to do waffles, and then the waffle iron decided to fail. Apart. And then we made pancakes, which was great.
The upper heating, plate
fell.
Came apart.
Dad has some other theory about it. I'm not going there.
It does come apart like that, which is why I know what we did. We generally ended up doing pancakes on it because you could open it up, heat it, and then
just make the pancakes on the griddle side.
That's right, because the thing kept falling down. He says he fixed it. And if I'd only told him about it,
whatever.
This thing has been falling for years, which is why it was back in the nether regions of the cabinet. I made her go get it.
I did. I went and got it because I felt we deserved pancakes or waffles.
So he is also fond of saying that I have so many duplicates of things. So we tried to make, so the nonstick frying pan was in the dishwasher. So I tried to make it on the regular frying pan. That didn't work because we didn't heat the pan enough in advance. So get out the other frying pan, wash that. We finally got the pancakes done. They were good.
They were very good. We made pancakes, and then I made a calzone type thing. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be more of like more of like a just filled loaf bun kind of thing. But since it was out of gluten-free dough, it was not taking any manipulation very well. So I just made a giant calzone. And it was pretty good. I introduced my father to sun-dried tomato pesto, which we made in the house because he got us sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes, that was
and
good.
He's very...
I bet he was shocked.
He's kind of shocked.
Yes, he doesn't take well to newness, as you know.
He claims he does.
No,
he said he was very open to, these foods, and I'm like, So we made a calzone.
You know that's not true.
I'm just saying, I'm giving him... so that was good, and he said he really liked it, which was really good. It wasn't truly a pesto, it was just sun-dried tomatoes, olive oil, and garlic, and as much dried basil as we had in the house, which wasn't much. So it was what we had, so I made do with it.
So, let's make a list. Dried basil.
Well,
I know, but I also have to get the flour.
Oh, okay. So then today we made cinnamon rolls, which were very good. We have had them all day.
Yes.
Mind you, we only made 8 of them for the 6 of us, or for the 3 of us. So we have had about 2.5 each. Maybe more.
3.
I've had 3 as well.
Yeah.
Dad has had 2.
Maybe.
You and I
had
3.
I think it would have been better if the mix hadn't been quite so old.
I
don't even know how old it was.
The gluten-free dough doesn't tend to expand as
I bet
much.
if I got a King Arthur one.
Maybe. I could try
see
it.
and look, yes. Absolutely.
And then we had steaks and chicken and gnocchi. I made gnocchi for the family tonight. And Dad was pretty open to it, which was really good.
I think he put a good face on it.
You don't think he liked it?
I think it's a once-a-year thing. He'd be okay with it.
I like it as an option. You gotta do something more than pasta and rice and, just baked potatoes or mashed potatoes. So, he's very pleased with his rice all the time.
He really is.
Yes.
Oh,
well. But we have done a lot of cooking this weekend.
We have. And
Father has done
cleaning up.
Very good at the cleaning.
Yes.
Very good.
Other than that, it's been quiet. Normally during Holy Week, we are singing Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday at noon, Saturday at night, and twice on Sunday.
Yep.
Well, I watched the services on Wednesday and Thursday. I did not watch on Friday.
We did not. We decided
it's one thing when I'm singing it. It's another thing when I'm just watching it. The tears and it coursing down my face.
Yeah.
And then I get a headache from the tears stuck up in my head. Saturday night, we had fun.
We did. We watched the Trinity Church.
In Wall Street.
Yeah.
And then today we watched Washington National Cathedral with our... presiding bishop.
Bishop Curry.
Yes.
Who gave the
guy
sermon.
who gave the sermon at Harry and Meghan's wedding. So I love listening to him.
He's our presiding bishop. He also gave the sermon the first week we moved to not having church in the physical churches. So that was lovely. But that was our Easter. I guess 1 minute family update. My grandfather died this week. So
Richard's dad.
Yeah. So
who was 95 3/4.
Yeah.
He was in a nursing home. He had done, I think, almost everything he wanted to do in this life. And I think the reason we're not doubled over in grief is that he also had a girlfriend that if
the choice was between going and hanging with her or seeing the family,
he was always with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But it does mean that he really wasn't a constant presence in our life. Unlike my mother, who doesn't have a boyfriend, who...
I don't think she wants one either.
She doesn't. She really doesn't.
She is very happy, being a, a strong, independent woman on her own.
Yes. So... She is very much attuned with what her family is doing, and we speak to her at least once a week.
Yes.
We spoke to her last night.
Yeah. So,
he when his girlfriend couldn't come over, then he was very happy to see us. But if she could come over, that was his choice.
Yeah. So my cousin and I really haven't seen him since Christmas because we just haven't been able to find a time when we're able to go and he's actually
not got his girlfriend
there. Yeah. So I fulfilled my brief of the family crier. So Tuesday was hard. And I still have some spats. But just if you know us in real life, if we're a little out of it or we mix up our days more than usual, it's probably because of it. We know this about ourselves, that aspect of ourselves definitely is exacerbated when in grief.
I definitely get fluffy-headed with funerals and death and dying.
So just in case you know us in person, you probably already know that this has happened in our lives.
And his wife died 23 years ago.
Yeah.
And in my mind's eye, I see them now together. So I think that I'm okay with that vision. Mm-hmm. I really am. My husband is, I think, crankier than usual, which you can
he's
understand.
Grumpy as heck.
But, he's working through it. He's a lot better than he was when his mom died.
I was scared. Mm-hmm. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
It was not good. Also, I've been kind of being like, you want to eat? You want to... My father didn't eat very well after my grandmother died. What I remember specifically is having to buy him a whole new wardrobe about 6 months later. So, that's why I'm like, no, let's not do this again.
He seems to be better.
Yeah, but I think it also has to do with the fact that Grandpa was who Grandpa is.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, so 1 minute life update on that. I am still coming over on weekends. I have not gone anywhere. I went to CVS this week, but I stayed away from everyone. I actually ended up walking over there. I walked over there on Tuesday. 9 a.m. I was out of my apartment. I got there, early. I was one of the first people in because they are doing that for a first hour as well for vulnerable population. Took me a little bit to figure out that you have to wait at the door for someone to let you in.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I thought we were going in the back door now. I don't know. So I finally got let in. And I ended up getting some stuff for some masks because I decided to make some masks.
CVS's are doing that.
I don't know. So I got some shoelaces to use instead of elastics because my elastics were running out. And I got some mailers to mail out some to friends. Mm-hmm. But these are two that I have made for myself. One of them doesn't have a pocket, and one of them does have a pocket to put extra, like coffee filter or a vacuum bag or just extra layers for filtration. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's something I've been making. I made, I think, 9 of them this week.
That's impressive.
Well, yeah, I kind of batch made 7 of them. So, yeah.
And you have the ones I made.
Yes, and I have the ones you made. So, I'm pretty set on that end.
I have not finished Richard's because he says, I don't need those. I have mine from the office. I said, okay, knock yourself out. And plus, if anybody stops him, he says, my name is Dr. Predmor. These are mine. So, that's fine.
Yeah. So, other finished objects. I finished my ease.
And it's gorgeous.
And it's been in the wash. It's slightly damp from the dryer. But I really love it. It's super comfy. It's exactly what I had hoped it would be. This is out of Nerd Girl Yarns Clever in I'm the Doctor and this is my spoon. So, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's a very interesting color.
It is. It's based on the 12th Doctor. The Capaldi. Something from Capaldi. And I really loved it. And I actually have like 2.5 skeins left.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Maybe a little less. Maybe 2 1/4. But yeah. So I'm really excited about this. It's cool enough here at the house to wear it. In my apartment, I don't think so.
Well, we don't turn the heat up that much.
No, you don't. That's okay, though. But yeah,
what is the name of that sweater that I made the Asylum wool?
The Varma?
Yes, the Varna. So, update on the Varna. I decided excuse me, I wanted to make this huge cowl neck. So, I've gotten in touch with Asylum Fiber, Stephanie, and I have sent her the money for another skein. She had another skein. So, I will be making my collar humongous.
Good.
Yes, I think it'll be a much better look. She had a purple, a blue, and then the original color, and I went with the original color.
Good.
She gave me a picture of the blue and the variegated red, and it was too jarring for me.
Okay.
We didn't have time to look at the purple. The purple might have. What I really would have liked would have been perhaps a solid in some of those darker specks that are running through the untangled colorway. But I'm getting the untangled colorway, and it should be arriving any day, and I will take out the bind off on the collar and just go big.
Good.
So that'll be nice.
So I finished something else.
I know.
My Starflake is done, y'all.
This is gorgeous.
It's done.
It's just done. Gorgeous.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.
It's gorgeous.
And I even did the 2-color I-cord bind off.
That is stunning.
Yeah.
So what, you just carried the other color along? Good.
Yep.
It's gorgeous.
Yep. Thanks.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I really love the drape of it. I liked the drape of it when I just first bound it off, but I really love the drape of it now that it's gone through the washer and dryer. I know. I didn't stretch it all that much. All I did was I pinned out the 2 points here, where I kind of wanted it, and then I just massaged it out so that it was symmetrical around that center line right there.
Because you do want the lacy holes to show.
So it's
very pretty.
It is. I could have more aggressively blocked it, but I really like how it is right now. So next on my list is to do the muslin of my pants and top to make my outfit for my friend's wedding that is coordinating with. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. It's gorgeous. I'm just so happy. I finished it on Saturday. Did I finish it yesterday? Or did I finish it Friday? Finished it Friday. So I finished it on Friday, and it was so lovely to finish it. I threw it in the washer and dryer, and then I laid it out, and I've just been staring at it, laying out on the floor.
It's been in the living room. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah. So other than that, have you been?
I have been very busy. Yes. Working away on my Etude. So what I have done is I have finished the sleeves.
Ooh.
So now I can go to town and I can just make this as long as I want.
Yes.
It is, let's see, before it just covered the girls. So I have done, this week I have done the sleeves and I am up to there. So
nice.
I've got a whole nother skein.
Good.
And what's left from the sleeves. So I could perhaps make a dress out of this.
It'll look really good, I think.
I think it'll look very nice. I'm not planning on making a dress out of it. Although I have to say I like this thing.
Yeah.
For wearing over pants.
Yeah.
So maybe, and this is light.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just do it as long as it goes.
Could be an option.
That would be an option.
Yeah.
It's not fitted by any means. You make an A-line shape, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, as you know, I didn't have the sleeves done, so we are totally done with the sleeves.
Looks good.
Everything is woven in. So
yes, and I wove in all of my ends on this and on my Starflake.
Quite pleased. So
I was so proud of myself.
What is next? I brought up what is next. This is my bag of art yarn.
Oh.
And in here,
yes,
I've got the beginnings of a cardigan, I believe.
Is it something you just started or something?
No, oh, this is something,
I was going to say, do you want to take it out and restart it?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, okay.
But this is a cardigan. Do I have the zigzag tunic? No, that's not it. I don't know why that's in here. It is a cardigan made for art yarn.
And you're doing it in white?
I'm doing it in white, and I will have to find...
And you have some black mohair in there.
Yes, this was for a skirt.
Ah.
So the skirt had the mohair as a coordinating color.
Ah.
And then it was that color. This is extra. And then it had these colors.
Wow.
So it was a skirt that had black as a center point.
Your tonal skirt?
Yes, a tonal skirt.
It's very pretty.
So you did black held double with
art yarn. Yeah, you have art yarn silk mohair and art yarn regal silk.
Well, I got this.
Yeah.
And then I got Debbie Bliss mohair because I couldn't.
No, this is the regal silk. Yeah.
Oh, that's
nice.
Yes. So that was what this was about, I think, or it could have been all the tonal skirt.
Could have been all the tonal skirt.
Could have been. Although I really did think that was the sweater. If so, I will have to find the sweater because I don't want to make the tonal skirt next.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I think that is definitely the diamonds and lace cardigan. So I have 4 or 5 more balls of this someplace. All right, this may not be next because I may not be able to find it. We'll have to look under the table to see what is next. I am not making a skirt at this point.
Well, yeah, to see what this was too, because you don't think that...
That's a cardigan.
No, but that yarn is the same as that one skein in there.
Yes, but I had several skeins.
Okay, so, because that's the same yarn.
Yeah, but in order to make a cardigan, I had several, I think.
Right, so, but we should keep that...
All right, we'll keep it out.
Just saying.
Here's another one. So now we have 3.
Now we have 3.
All we need is 4.
I mean, you might even only need 3.
What? Oh, and here's another art yarn.
I think that goes with your...
Yes, it does. It goes with the skirt.
Yeah.
All right. So, and you threw the pattern back in?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what this is. We have to find the pattern for the cardigan.
Okay. It's probably under there.
It's either under there or it is...
Over there?
I think we'll be able to find it because there's not that many patterns for art yarn.
No.
And I bought it at the time.
Because it was specifically an art yarn pattern?
Yes.
Okay.
It was. And it could be made with beads or not with beads.
Ah, and you decided not with beads.
I decided not with beads. So we just have to find the pattern.
Yes.
So now that we have 3 skeins.
Yes. And you know it was something like the diamonds and lace cardi. We can search for that after.
This is 400 yards.
Yeah.
So
12. You've got 12 right there.
It may be enough.
It might be.
Yes, because I think these...
Yeah, you're supposed to have 5 or 6 colors for the tonal skirts. Yeah. So
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors plus this. So that's fine. What is that?
Chapstick.
Oh, okay. Shouldn't have that in the bag. Okay, so that's the skirt, and that's fine. And see, this is how much I have left over.
From your sleeves?
From my sleeves.
Nice.
Yes, and I had another skein that is right here. So this is the full skein. This is what's left over. So I'm working on the first one of these in the sweater now. And then I'll probably work this in, or maybe I should go with this and then leave this to the end. I'm not sure. Kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another. But that's all that I have left on the Etude. And now it's going to be blowing 70 miles an hour tomorrow. So I'm definitely not going anywhere tomorrow.
No.
All I have to do is grade papers.
So what I started this week on Monday, actually, with the 100 Days Challenge, which is an Instagram thing where you work on something for 100 days. I usually see people who are, writing for a certain amount or working on poetry or lists or photo, usually it's something to better at. I decided it was going to be actually getting this fingering weight sweater done. Uh-huh. So this is the Vellichor. This is the ribbing. So it has a little twist and then a twisted knit in between the pearls. So it looks really nice. I don't know if you can, it looks really beautiful. This is in like a grayish purple.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. I think I have about 3/4 of an inch right now. I need to get to an inch. And then once I get to an inch,
then what happens?
I'm going to, I might do the first few rows of the actual sweater, but then I'm going to treat myself and cast on something.
What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to cast on my, where'd it go?
The heck, a bag? This is a Caitlin Hunter.
Yes. This is the Engle. The Engle sweater, which I have all of this yarn for in these glorious, glorious colors.
Wow.
And the purple is my main color. I think the black is the outline-y color. And then the white is the background for the medallion kind of feature. And then the dark blue will be the medallion interior feature. So I think I'm going to cast that on once I
get an inch done.
Get an in at least through the ribbing.
Well, I'm dying to cast on something new, but I know if I don't keep working on these whips, they'll never get done.
So I'm telling myself that even if I don't get to an inch, that tonight when I get home, I can look at my quadrat and take that out of hibernation and get that started working.
All right,
again.
So I only had a little bit left of that one ball, so I'm going to tie it on to this secondary, and I will continue working. I'm thinking I can get this done by Wednesday.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking, because honestly, I do have some grading to do tomorrow if the lines aren't downed by the storm. And if they are, then I just knit some more. I'll show you all next week the pattern that I got for my raincoat, because I really want to throw some water on the fabric that I got to see just how water resistant it is, and I may have to investigate some water resistivity.
There's of how to add it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I wanted to check out that fabric that we were talking about for me to use, because we were looking at patterns on Monday.
Yes, we were. We figured out a capelet type pattern, cape coat type of pattern for me.
Yes, for your wool.
Yes. We are working through our stashes.
We are trying. We are trying. So I was. Oh, and speaking of sewing.
Oh yes, this is something my mother bought. We can't understand.
This is. I mean, I have no idea how many yards.
It's a very pretty color.
I have no idea how many yards are in this. But it's a knit fabric.
Knit in a circle.
In a tube.
That's right.
I tried to find the end of it to wash it, because when I wash fabric, I like to open it all up. Couldn't. So now I'm trying to decide if I just, fold it in half and just go with it, or what?
It'd be slightly askew.
Yeah.
Because every row was just one up, just as like we knit in the round. That's the way this is woven in the round. So I think, I agree with you, you cut it, make it flat, and then do each piece flat. Otherwise, it will
cut it however long I need it for that piece, and then cut out the piece flat.
Make an edge on this.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so it's going to be twice as wide as it is now.
I was going to actually cut it just so that it fits the pieces I wanted to cut so that I don't, because there's a
No,
lot of
no, but I'm saying open it up.
Right, I was saying that after I cut it to an approximate length just to get it more workable.
I think if you guys open it up.
There's so many
yards.
If
you open it up, it'll make it easier to lay it out. And then once you temporarily lay it out, then you can cut it off.
3.
I can't imagine what. I think 4, that's why my mother gave it to me. She has 5, no idea what to do with it.
6, 7,
8.
8. More than 8 yards because my arm, hand to nose is
make
longer.
A Victorian skirt that takes 9 yards.
I'm gonna make my pants. I'm gonna make a like skinny strap top, a little, cami top. I'm gonna make a wrap. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna muslin my entire outfit.
You can make a skirt, so the pants and a skirt, and then on the tops. And then all you do is add various colors of blouses. I was gonna say,
do I find the skirt of amazingness that we did? The giant high-low one? Do I cut that one out? Or do we just make a mid-calf circle skirt?
Yeah, that.
Mid-calf circle skirt? Okay. I can do that.
With pleats. We'll see.
We'll have to. I will do what I have patterns for.
That's right. We'll do some research.
And I was just thinking that's a knit. The featherweight only does straight stitching.
Well, you have your other machine. You can take that one home.
I don't have room for that.
Well,
in the apartment right now.
Then you're going to have to wait until you get here.
Well, I was going to say, so then I could just cut it and then sew it up here. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I mean, I can't.
Considering I'm apparently being commissioned by my cousin to make some masks.
Well, that you can do in the featherweight.
No, I am. That I am. Okay. And I can work on, I'm thinking I'm going to trace out the dress pattern that I got and see if I have enough of that white and orange fabric.
Okay.
To do that, because I think that would be really cute.
I think that would be very nice. Yes, I find it very interesting now that they're putting in the paper and everywhere, for people to wear masks. And at the beginning they said, no, don't wear masks.
Yeah.
But we've got our masks, and I said we only go out to the grocery store and to the pharmacy.
Yep.
And I'm probably going to have to go to the pharmacy this week. So
I am, I understand the pharmacies are overwhelmed right now. It's a lot going on, and they get overwhelmed, in the this time anyways due to allergies and such. But I finally signed up for the online portal, and so I noticed that my doctor had called in a prescription for me. I still haven't gotten an alert text message, and you can't set it up for delivery unless you get a text message that says delivery. So I have to go and pick it up, but it's also frustrating because I know that they tend to only hold prescriptions for about a week, and I never was alerted to the fact that this prescription was available until I created the account, even though I'm set up for text message alerts. So I'm slightly frustrated.
Very odd.
But that's okay. That is neither here nor there. But yes, I'm trying very hard to focus on, one craft at a time.
I'm one craft at a time. That's why I didn't lay out my coat. Because I think I want the front of my coat, the pattern, it has an empire waist, and then it comes down straight, but it has it so the panels don't meet.
Okay.
And I want the panels to meet, so we're going to be doing some pattern surgery.
Okay.
In order to get the panels to overlay.
Yeah, we can
they overlay up the top, but not at the bottom.
We can do that.
Of course you can. So I wanted to do that, and I didn't want to do that until later. So I'm very pleased with the pattern that came.
Good. I'm very pleased with the ones that I've gotten.
Be very nice. And then we did get some free patterns on Mood.
Yes, so for Monday, I had a severe migraine. And apparently thinking about sewing and the logistics of sewing wasn't making it any worse. It was actually making it better. So we just ran with it. So Mom and I were texting furiously back and forth about patterns on the free mood, like the mood blog, the society blog, where they have free patterns. So we got a bunch of coats. There's a raincoat that I'm looking at that I'm very intrigued by.
It's more of a trench coat, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's kind of more my raincoat style.
Well, I've already made a trench coat, you know. I don't mine, and I made it black, and I had embroidered flowers and gold up here. It was very nice, but you know, eventually it wears out.
They all do.
They all do. So this is another one.
Yeah, and then
a different style.
I'm trying to think. I might have gotten a jumpsuit or two, maybe some pants. Can't remember. I got a whole. I slightly lost my mind and downloaded a lot of patterns.
I have 4 pants patterns that I ordered have come in. I have lost 5 pounds.
Good job.
Since we have been hunkering down, so a little under 2 pounds a week.
I'm still not looking at a scale, but I remeasured my waist, and I have, since the last time I measured my waist, which was probably about a year ago, I have lost an inch.
Very good. Well, I am looking at the scale, but not very often. It's like every 3 days or so. I'm using the app on my phone called Lose It. And except for this weekend where we've been eating gnocchi and a few other things.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday. I have very set things that I eat for breakfast, lunch, and then dinner is a protein, a carbohydrate like rice. And no matter what Richard says, he loves rice.
I know he does.
Yes. He was giving us a discussion at dinner that, no, he likes a variety of things. No. A rice, and then a vegetable of some kind, and then my Oreo cookies.
Yes.
So that's what you saw as my dessert for Oreo cookies. I have the mini cookies. I have 5.
Good.
And that sees me through the day, and even though we're doing next to no moving around during the quarantine, and I do have to start up with my exercises again because my knee is finally not yelling at me. So we can start tomorrow with the exercises. And, you know, it moves along. So I am quite pleased with that. As long as I do best with not a lot of variety in my diet.
Oh.
I do better knowing that this is what I'm going to have. And then I evacuate the
get
kitchen.
bored. I get bored very easily.
No. If I put variety in, then I want a lot of it.
Well, I get bored in times like these where, like, you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in the same place. So.
Well, see, I set times. I mean,
I know, I've
there's
noticed.
Times for breakfast, and that's when we eat it, and then we leave the kitchen.
I know.
Yes.
Except for your extended crosswords.
Yes. But then I'm doing something other, and I'm usually nursing my cup of coffee along for several hours.
I just don't.
And then at 11 o'clock, I turn on Andrew.
Oh, yes. Cuomo.
Yes.
Our governor.
Yes. And listen to him, and then after Andrew's done, that's lunchtime. Then I go in and I have my set lunch.
Yes.
And then I leave. Somewhere in the morning I've taken out whatever needs to be defrosted for dinner. And then, we have dinner somewhere between 6 and 7:30. And then I leave. And Richard's really very good at cleaning up the kitchen. So I just say, I have to get out. And the reason I'm on the real warpath for this is, of course, because of my knee. So I figure the lighter I am on my knees, the better it will be. And so while we are in quarantine, that's my goal. So that is really what I've set up, to really eat and then leave the kitchen, don't have extended time in there. And it seems to work. And yes, the meals are somewhat plain, but there's volume, and Richard can have volume. And he's pretty happy because he doesn't want anything more
he doesn't, yeah, but
if we go out to dinner,
I also like coming over and being able to cook for more than one person,
and so. That's fine.
And I mean, as you saw, I had 4 medium-sized potatoes. Like, it was hard to make any less than what we brought also, over for mashed potatoes.
We also, that's true, and I threw in 5 baby potatoes.
Right, but that was. But, like, if I had gotten more than less than that, it wouldn't have been enough dough really to do anything with.
You're right.
But
you're right.
So
it's fun.
It is.
But I don't. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to knit that skirt at the moment, because I'm hoping to be even smaller.
I see.
So, but the limited diet and the lack of variety seems to have been working, which is what I'm reporting on. That I have managed to lose some lbs with not that much effort. Oh, and I cut out the snack at night.
I noticed.
Yes.
I noticed.
Yes. That helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So when we can get back out and doing things, maybe it'll be even faster. Who knows? You know, that's what the
I'm still keeping up with working out at home, but I don't really like the program I'm on right now. Oh. So it's 100 days program, and I'm on number 39. I might hit 50. I'm thinking I'm going to push myself to get to number 50, and then I can jump ship.
Oh, you really don't like it.
I really don't like it, Mom.
All right, that's fine.
It's not even like when I did the Shanti and I was like, I'm going to die, but I'm going to finish this.
Right.
No, I don't like it. Like, I like the concept, but I'm not a huge fan. Okay. So I might actually try. There's a program that's supposed to be 80 days long, and it's longer workouts than I'm used to. They're like 40 minutes to an hour instead of 20 to 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. But while we're currently
quarantined,
you know, stay at home and, you know, self-isolating, I've been finding that I tend to like the cardio and the more pushing workouts right now. So,
and I got a new bicycle seat for my bicycle.
I was going to ask you about that.
Well, I found that when I got to the end of the boardwalk, my seat hurt.
Oh.
So I got a gel seat for my bike.
Ah, very good.
So now I didn't want to go out to Jones Beach over this weekend because I figured there'd be a lot of people down at the beach.
Yeah.
And it was very windy.
It was very windy and very cold on Friday. So we were going to go out midday on Friday.
Right.
But because of the forecast and then the actual temperatures, we decided not to.
And I'm not going tomorrow because it's going to be 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's the way to get sandblasted.
Yeah.
But maybe Tuesday. We'll see what happens with the weather. So I have a new seat. It's an add-on seat for my bicycle. So it can go on any bicycle that I've got. I just poked a hole in my thumb.
Yeah, I've been trying very hard not to do that.
I have to put a Band-Aid on it. I'll keep that doing okay. So anyway, I think that's about all that's new. I think I may have that pattern on my project page.
Okay.
We can take a look there and we can download it again. Yeah. And I think it's a downloadable pattern.
I hope so.
Hope so too.
But
by now it will be.
I think that's about it. It's a bit of a short week. We're, still sticking close to home.
Well, sticking close to home, but I've made great strides.
I finished a sweater and a giant freaking shawl.
Well, yes. Yes, absolutely.
I'm very proud of myself.
2 quarantine projects.
Yes, my 2 first COVID cast-offs. We have my first COVID cast-on, as some people are calling them.
I don't think I have a COVID cast-off yet, do I?
What about your Calmer?
Yes, I do.
Was that technically?
I guess, yeah. Okay, very good.
Yes, well, I started working on this during calls for work.
It's lovely.
And then this got to a point where I got sleeves.
This would be pretty with a big neck, too.
Yeah, you could make this longer. I'm still working with it.
Thinking about it.
I'm still ooching it.
It's lovely.
I like it. And then I picked up...
What is that, worsted?
DK. No, worsted. Something like that. Yeah.
It's lovely.
Thank you. But yeah, and then I picked up once I moved to the sleeves for this, I moved to the shawl because that was easier to work on during calls than sweater sleeves. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think we're doing okay.
We will finish. I'll finish this Etude. We will find the pattern for the art yarn.
Yes, we'll do that before I leave.
And then, so that'll be the next thing. Hopefully, you'll see me working on that. I know that what I was having trouble with. This is the 4th time I've started this sweater. What it needs is stitch markers because it's got patterns. And the math. You just have to keep the right number in between the stitch markers and you'll be fine. So that is the difference I'm going to have on this. And then I will have a nice...
we watched Onward.
We did! And that was
super cute.
Yes.
That was super cute.
And we have started Letter to the King.
Yes.
Which is a little science fiction-y.
So it kind of feels like it wants to be The Witcher.
Yes.
But it's not.
I think it's a little less violent and a little less dark.
Yes. I looked up the book it's based on. The book was written in the 60s.
Okay.
So it predates The Witcher. But the production kind of feels like it's trying to be either Lord of the Rings or The Witcher or like one of those things.
Yeah.
And it's not hitting just yet.
Not yet. And we've been through 2.
We're almost halfway through.
We've been through 2 episodes already.
We're going to finish it.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think...
And they're talking about that it's one of the most popular series on Netflix that they have not heard, but they believe that it will be re-upped for next year. Apparently, it ends in a cliffhanger.
Oh. Well, there is a second book, so...
okay. So... it's certainly keeping my interest.
Yeah.
It keeps me knitting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So
I do have to say,
so far a B+.
Yeah, I'd say B+.
It needs
to
be developed more.
We're a family who really enjoys a good C+B movie.
Yes.
It's one of our, like, idiosyncrasies that not a lot of people like about us, honestly. Like, people are like, how did you guys love that movie? And we're like, 'cause it was a great C movie. And they're like, yeah, that's the point. It was a C movie. And we're like, yeah, but it was a really good one.
Yeah,
But people don't understand that about us. Mind you,
what I like about this is there's a horse in it.
Oh, yes.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
And he's just gorgeous.
Yes.
And I don't ride horses now.
But you used to.
We don't have a farm.
Yes.
I think if we had land, I would have my own horse because I love riding.
Oh, yeah.
Really do.
Well, I was starting to re-listen to the Kell series of Tamora Pierce, the Protector of the Small series, and they teach the pages, jousting, and I was like, I would love to do that. Like, not against another person, mind you, but against a Quentin? Like, to, get that skill? Why the heck don't we do that anymore? That sounds awesome. I want to have that skill. I'd scare the bejesus out of my coworkers even more, which might be another
jousting,
plus.
Huh?
Yeah, or just tilting practice.
I'm sure there are places that do
I
that.
Bet.
You might want to investigate Renaissance fairs.
I know.
And maybe there's a group.
I just think it'd be fun. I just thought it would be fun.
Well, riding was fun, and we used to do it together.
Yes.
And I got as far as cantering.
Yes.
A slow canter, but it felt like flying, and I did enjoy it a great deal.
Yes.
But then I got called into Richard's office, and I was there for 6-8 years?
God, yeah.
Forever. And now, probably not a good idea.
Well, we also don't know a local teacher or
academy,
stable.
Right.
All of our people have moved away.
I think the stable's still there.
It's new management.
Right. Our
people have left.
Right.
Yeah. So
anyway.
But yeah.
Moving on.
So we've been doing audiobooks and watching TV.
Yes. I've been staying up late. One, because my allergy medicine keeps me up, and 2, then I can watch my science fiction movies that are more than a little dark that my husband can't stand.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like it when women are terrorized.
I don't either, but that's usually when I watch an episode, and then I watch an episode of Great British Bake Off.
Well, he didn't like the Brothers Grimm when the horse ate the little girl, and I said, well, you don't think it's coming back out again?
Oh.
I mean, the Brothers Grimm was obviously
I love my father.
A fairy tale.
Sometimes he's a bit of a very, very sheltered soul.
Yes. And very literal.
Yes.
It hit the little girl. I said, it'll work out okay. Yeah. I swear.
Yeah.
And it did. So don't be afraid of Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't follow the original stories well at all. Because the original stories of the Brothers Grimm were very
dark. Yes.
Very, very dark.
Yes. Now that we've faffed about for a little while, we're very good at that.
And we are so glad that we get to share it with you.
Yes! I mean, I've noticed that I faff about with just about anyone these days because I have very little outside human contact. My coworkers are like, oh, you miss people. And I'm like, I do. I miss people.
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I'm faffing about with my students.
I mean,
so. I've got an ex-student, an alum, calling me tomorrow.
I'm so excited to hear about this.
Yes, this will be fun.
I'm so excited to hear about that.
Fun. I have to make sure I'm up by 8:30 so I can take my phone call at 9.
I was going to say, do you want me to text you and make sure you're up?
No,
we have our 8:30
meeting. Alarm.
Okay.
I've got my watch is fully charged now, good. So I'll set an alarm on my watch to make sure that I'm up and have my coffee so I can speak to my alum. I'm very excited.
It's going to be great. Well, we're going to head out.
Yes.
And, well, we don't have any ends to weave in this week.
No, so far I do. Because I will be finishing this. And
I was going to say right now, I've woven in all the ends on this and on my shawl.
I went digging on this earlier when we were watching, what was that movie again? Onward. And I did my ends then. I have found one place where I did an increase, and I somehow managed to make a hole.
Oh, wow. I see it here.
No drop stitch, nothing. So I will be weaving in something there just to close it over. I have no idea what I did.
I have no idea either. Well, we're going to head out. We hope you all have a safe and healthy rest of the week.
If you're healthy, remain healthy, please. If you're not, we hope you get better.
Yes. And wash your damn hands.
We'll
see you later. Bye.